A few days ago, the U.S. Navy's most powerful aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, received new orders: head south. Almost simultaneously, one of its escort ships, the Gravely, appeared in Trinidad and Tobago, docking just 7 miles from the Venezuelan coastline. Only hours later, the government of Nicolas Maduro made a dramatic announcement. A group of alleged foreign operatives had been captured inside Venezuela, reportedly linked to the Central Intelligence Agency, and accused of planning internal destabilization. Coincidence? Or part of something larger moving quietly across the Caribbean Sea? In late October 2025, the USS Gerald R. Ford and its carrier Strike Group 12 were operating in the Mediterranean on routine patrols. Then, almost overnight, the Pentagon confirmed a major change. The Ford was being reassigned to the U.S. Southern Command, which oversees operations across Latin America and the Caribbean. The world's most advanced warship was now on its way toward one of the most politically charged coastlines in the Western Hemisphere. Why now? And what message is it meant to send? As the Gerald R. Ford moves south, it isn't traveling alone. A carrier strike group is a floating ecosystem, part fortress, part airport, part intelligence hub. The Ford is accompanied by several Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, among them the Winston Churchill, Bainbridge, Mahan, and Forrest Sherman. Each of these ships carries the Aegis Combat System, advanced radars, and hundreds of vertical launch cells loaded with defensive and offensive missiles. Together, they create a protective shield around the carrier, able to detect, track, and neutralize threats coming from the air, the surface, or beneath the waves. When these ships sail together, they don't just move, they dominate everything within hundreds of miles. At the center of it all is the Gerald R. Ford, the first in its class and the most sophisticated aircraft carrier ever built. It stretches 1,092 feet from bow to stern and displaces nearly 100,000 tons, twice the weight of the Titanic. On board are more than 4,500 sailors and aviators, operating a self-contained city at sea, complete with hospitals, workshops, and command centers. Above the deck lies the heart of its power. The Ford can carry and operate over 75 aircraft, including F-18 Super Hornets, Hawkeye early warning planes, and MH-60 Seahawk helicopters. The Ford cost an estimated $13 billion to build, making it the most expensive warship ever constructed. Every inch of its design serves a purpose, maximizing readiness, survivability, and power projection. Its twin nuclear reactors can propel it around the world without refueling for over 2 decades. It's not just a ship, it's a moving symbol of global reach. And then there's Trinidad and Tobago. When the Gravely docked there, locals saw a gray silhouette against the horizon, unaware that the destroyer's radar could scan hundreds of miles into nearby airspace, including parts of northern Venezuela. The timing was striking. Within hours, Venezuelan officials claimed to have detained foreign agents, accusing them of preparing actions to destabilize the country from within. The story spread rapidly, raising the question: was the timing a coincidence or a signal between rival powers? For Washington, the official line was simple. The Gerald R. Ford's deployment is about regional stability, cooperation, and deterrence. The U.S. Navy emphasized that its operations are designed to strengthen ties with partner nations and uphold freedom of navigation in international waters. But outside the Pentagon, analysts saw a more complex picture. The presence of the world's largest aircraft carrier just off the northern coast of South America is impossible to ignore. The Ford's carrier Air Wing 8 turns the ship into a floating airbase. Its Super Hornets can fly at nearly twice the speed of sound, capable of precision or defensive missions. High above, Hawkeyes monitor the skies with massive radar domes, feeding live data back to the carrier's Combat Information Center. Below, Seahawks sweep the sea for submarines or small surface craft, maintaining an invisible perimeter of awareness. Supporting all this is a vast digital network linking every ship, plane, and sensor. Information flows in real time, allowing commanders to see the entire battle space as if it were a single moving map. Somewhere beneath the surface, a Virginia-class nuclear submarine may be trailing the group. These subs are designed for stealth, intelligence gathering, and precision strikes if required. They are the unseen guardians of the carrier, silent, patient, and always nearby. For any potential adversary, the message is clear: approach with caution. The Gerald R. Ford isn't just a ship, it's a statement. Everywhere it sails, it carries not only aircraft and sailors, but also the weight of global strategy. Its presence in the Caribbean marks a rare moment when the world's most advanced naval power turns its attention toward its own hemisphere. For the thousands of sailors aboard, daily life continues. Pilots brief for flight ops, engineers monitor reactors, deck crews guide jets across the runway-like flight deck. But they all know that their ship's location is now the focus of governments, analysts, and headlines across the world. So, what happens next? Analysts suggest this might just be the beginning. If tensions continue, the US could expand its naval presence even further, perhaps by sending another guided missile cruiser to reinforce the strike group, or deploying additional P-8 Poseidon patrol aircraft to monitor the region's skies and seas. Amphibious ships carrying marines and landing craft could also join for exercises or training missions with regional partners. Officially, everything would be framed as cooperation and deterrence, but unofficially, it would send a clear message: the Caribbean is now under close watch. Whether this buildup turns into a long-term presence or simply fades after a few weeks remains to be seen. What's certain is that the USS Gerald R. Ford's voyage south has already changed the region's balance of perception. Because when the most advanced carrier on Earth sails toward a contested coastline, even calm seas can start to feel tense. Because in geopolitics, presence is power. And right now, that power is moving across the Caribbean, loud and clear. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next deep dive into global events shaping the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one.